little bit, but it's not too bad. This is the Atomic Trivia War 9000, and it's a movie night. An awesome movie night, might I add. And with me tonight are the inimitable Omar Hernandez and Rochelle Mantanona. No Kevin, though, because he remembered he had something better to do.
And he is so lucky.
What a traitor.
Yeah.
He is so lucky.
Tonight we're talking about Lionheart. It's the 1991 JCVD film. It's 6 point nothing. Just a solid 6 out of 10 on IMDb. 33% by critics and 53% by normies over on Rotten Tomatoes. I want to know your first impressions. What did each of you think of Lionheart? Omar, go.
Oh God, no! Go to Ro first, please.
Ro, go.
You read my Twitter. You know exactly how I feel.
I don't really. I mean, it sounded like there was a little bit of enjoyment there.
No, because I had to force myself, and it really wasn't enjoyable. It was quite painful. I hate you. It was a sad version of other JCVD movies.
You love Jean Claude Van Damme. You love the kickboxing.
I love Kickboxer I love Kickboxer. I love Double. It's a Double Team. No, it's not Double Team. It's
Double Impact.
Double Impact and Bloodsport. Those are the only ones I like for most part. Everything else I'm like, boo. I'm sorry. I know that people are listening, so they can't see my facial expressions.
Omar, come on. Tell me what you thought, honestly. You loved the fights.
To be completely dude, I didn't do this on purpose. I watched the wrong movie. I'm so sorry. I watched the wrong one.
What did you
I watched Double Impact because we talked about it the last time. Because we talked about movie.
Did you not read the email? I'm like, yeah, we're talking about Lionheart, right? You're like, oh, yeah, I need to download that. The email.
Oh, God.
I will bring up the email right now.
I completely fucked up.
It's almost as good as you watched.
Dude, I didn't do it on purpose. I swear to God, I didn't do this on purpose. They're all so similar. Honestly, they're all so similar.
Okay, so Ro and I are going to talk about a movie.
And I'm going to stay quiet here on the corner.
Just nod and say, like, yeah, that's what I thought too.
September 9th.
Every so often.
My email to you guys. This week is Lionheart, isn't it? Omar replies, crap, I need to torrent that.
Well, look,
and I did, but I torrented the wrong one.
One of my favorite gags in all of ATW9K history is when, I think it was you too, Omar, who brought this up, that all JCVD films are exactly alike. It's the same plot. So I can see how you might go wrong, how you can start one, think it's another, not know that there's a difference. I mean, the basic bottom line plot for any JCVD film is that he needs desperately to help someone else, and so he runs away to do it and ends up fighting on their behalf, right?
On revenge. It's always revenge.
So let's talk about this. What we can, at least, Ro and I. Ro, coming closer to the mic. There we go.
Was there naked girls in this one?
No, Omar, you're not part of this conversation anymore.
I'm just asking a simple question, because there was nakedness on Double Impact, so that probably makes it better than this one.
Now there are no naked girls in this, but there is a girl who does her morning exercises in spandex for some unknown reason.
She's sad.
She's lifting the weights. She's got the tights on and some high heels, I believe.
The only reason why he's loving that is because she's blonde. That's the only reason, and she ain't all that. So yeah, exactly.
Okay, let's back up. Let's actually tell Omar what this movie is about. Here we go.
Please do.
When he learns of his brother's untimely death, Léon Gauthier deserts the French Foreign Legion to help his widowed sister-in-law and niece. Supporting them financially means climbing the ranks of LA's seedy underground fight club scene.
Is that supposed to be a French-Belgian accent that actually sounds like a sad version of Speedy Gonzalez?
No. It's totally Jean Claude. That's what it is.
It kind of sounds like a bad Mexican.
Yeah.
I'm with Ro.
Omar, that's racist. That's racism right there.
But it doesn't surprise me coming from you.
Oh, good Lord. Okay, so directed by Sheldon Lettich. This was Van Damme's go-to guy. He actually did write and direct Double Impact. So, Omar, you're more correct than you might have assumed up front.
Yes.
There's some crossover there. He also did The Order, which is kind of a newer one, and he wrote but did not direct Bloodsport.
Oh.
So Lettich is kind of the guy in the 90s. He also, by the way, not JCVD, but Mark Dacascos. He directed only The Strong.
Mark Dacascos is the man.
This movie cost an estimated $6 million to make, grossed $24 million at the box office.
What?
But I remember seeing it on Sunday afternoon TV. I mean, this was like a weekend staple for years and years and years. I can't remember how many times I watched Lionheart. It was always on, it seemed.
It was not the staple for me.
At least here, it was always some Van Damme movie. I mean, they rotated them.
Very popular in the Costa Ricas.
Yeah, some weekends it would be Bloodsport, then Double Impact, Lionheart, Hard to Kill. Hard Target, I think is what's...
Let's do some trivia at the very least. Omar, you can feel free to participate here.
Yes.
It's the wrong movie.
Number 1, Lionheart actually had 5 titles that it was released under. Name any other title.
Crap, because that's what my version had. It had the different title. I'm like, the hell?
I did the same thing. I started it up and I was like, I downloaded the wrong movie. And then they started speaking French and I said, oh, I got the French version. And I saw you did the same thing. You tweeted that, oh, I downloaded the French version. Nope. I said, wait, just wait, give it 2 minutes.
No idea.
It was the wrong one.
Other names include Full Contact, which is what we saw, Ro. Absent Without Leave, Leon, and Wrong Bet.
Leah, okay. Wrong. Right. Wow. All
Number 2. Titles. Early in the film, an African legionnaire is played by Billy Blanks, best known for inventing what as seen on television martial arts exercise program.
Tybo.
Rose got a point. Yeah. Number 3. Brian Thompson, who plays Cynthia's bodyguard, Russell, in Lionheart, is Shao Kahn in Mortal Kombat Annihilation. He's also the judge on Buffy the Vampire Slayer and an alien bounty hunter in 9 episodes of what iconic sci-fi television show?
Galactica?
No, he's you would know him when you see him. He's like the big ass white dude with blonde hair with the biggest square chin jaw.
Yes, like his cheekbones are perfectly square and his eyes are like deep set. He's kind of a modern day Richard Kiel.
Firefly?
No, it's Stargate?
Star Trek?
The X-Files.
Oh, that's right!
Remember, he was the alien bounty hunter, and they eventually, in order to keep the black oil inside of him, he sewed his eyes shut and all that kind of stuff.
I didn't watch a lot of the X-Files.
You missed some. We'll put it that way. It was great in the 90s. I can't sit and watch it on Netflix anymore. It just doesn't hold up that well.
There's some episodes you can. There's some, like the one with the redneck incest family that has the limbless mother.
Yes.
Under the bed.
The name of that episode is Home. Jose Chung's From Outer Space is the best episode, by the way. Go watch that. That's hilarious.
Which one is that one? The one where they fake the, like, so for like someone's point of view and like they have him acting all weird?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, the one where there's the UFO landing and you see it from like different people's points of view. Yeah.
Yes, that is such a good episode.
Number 4. Which is an actual tagline for the movie, not Double Impact, Omar, for the movie Lionheart? A. When the streets are a jungle, there can only be one king. B. A man has to do what a man has to do. Or C. Family is worth fighting for.
C.
I want to say D. All of the above.
C.
It's A. When the streets are a jungle, there can be only one king. I made the other 2 up. I'm really good at Balderdash, by the way.
Yeah, those 2 were better than the first one. The first one was horrible, just like the movie.
Number 5. Though often pegged as French, Jean Claude Van Damme is actually from what country where both French and German are commonly spoken?
Belgium.
There we are. Number 6. The closest one gets the point. How old is JCVD? Omar, you didn't watch the movie, so you go first.
60.
Ro?
61.
Really higher or lower is what you're doing, because you're doing a Price is Right thing, aren't you?
61.
You went the wrong direction there. He's 53. 53. You had to guess 59 in order to beat Omar on that.
Well, either one or the other.
So Omar gets the point. Number 7. This 1994 film that stars JCVD as a federal agent married to Mia Sara remains his top-grossing entry at the U.S. box office at $102 million.
Hard Target. Oh, Universal Soldier. No?
Rogue gets it.
Yeah,
Time Cop. You said it very, very softly.
Yeah, because I was like, Time Cop? I don't know.
Number 8. In 1994, after 3 wives, JCVD had an affair with what Street Fighter co-star, an extremely hot Australian pop queen?
Oh, the girl who played Cammy. Yeah, Kylie Minogue.
I think Omar had it, didn't you, Omar?
Yeah, he said Kylie Minogue.
Kylie Minogue.
Minogue.
I almost said Raul Julia, but then you said Australian.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
Number 9. Deborah Renard, who plays Rich Bitch Cynthia in Lionheart, was best known for the 1980s primetime soap opera called what?
Days of Our Lives?
Yeah, like the Young and the Restless? Dallas?
Primetime soap opera.
Dallas?
As the World Turns?
Dallas is the answer. She was Sly Lovegren in 180 episodes.
Those names are so stupid, God.
There's
I
a
know,
new
right?
Dallas that's out. Is it still out? I wouldn't know.
Yes, it's still on. It does also star Patrick Duffy reprising his, but this time Jordana Brewster from the Fast and Furious movies is in it too.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's hot.
I saw all
No,
those
I know
articles
she's
on-
hot, but why is she doing that?
She has something better
She
to do.
needs money. She's working. She's a working actress. She gets paid.
She's not dead like that one guy.
Oh, JR.
No, Paul.
Number 10. Harrison Page, who played Joshua in Lionheart, most recently appeared on what TNT court drama comedy starring both Zach Morris and the lead singer of Love Burger?
Oh God. No, I know. It's really horrible. TV show.
That sounds so obscure and something I don't want to watch.
It's like, I don't know, something. It has like a court type law name to it, like
That's why I said what TNT court drama comedy,
comedy. It's like
starring both Mark Paul Gosselaar, Zach Morris, and the lead singer of Love Burger, Breckin Meyer.
legalese or
Franklin and Bash is the answer.
oh, he was in another like law type show too. I think that was on NBC or CBS.
I'd have to look it up. I mean, he's still working,
Good
which
for
is
him.
impressive. Okay, so, Ro, just, excluding Omar from the conversation here.
I'm so jealous
Really,
of Omar right
honestly,
now. He watched the better movie.
Was there nothing that you liked?
Okay, I did. Did you not read? Okay, so me making fun of it was enjoyable. Let me see. Let me read my tweets.
Actual parts of the movie that you liked, Ro, not the experience of making fun of it.
Thinking.
But it usually has like good fight scenes at least.
See, this movie didn't really, and that's kind of a problem because it's pre-John Woo, so its fight scenes. Okay, I'll say this. First of all, they weren't all tightly cropped. They weren't all close up, and they weren't all shaky cam fight scenes. So, pre-Born Identity, pre all that crap where we have to have too much rapid movement in close so that you don't really see them pulling the punches. The shots were wide. You could see them moving around, and you could see them taking the hits. It was old school fighting. So it had that going for it. But it was too slow. It was not a Jet Li movie by any means.
Yeah, I can't think of anything I enjoyed about this movie other than making fun of it.
Okay, so let's start here. This movie was surprisingly vanilla in retrospect. Going back and watching it for the first time since probably, 1996 or so for me. I was really surprised at how kind of plain Jane it was, and that's not necessarily a bad thing because I really like vanilla, right? Vanilla is good. Vanilla tastes wonderful.
Your last name is Vanilla. Your middle name is Vanilla.
Vanilla tastes great. I was just surprised at how in stark contrast it cast the modern fight movie, the modern action movie.
It's a piece of shit.
What was the year
Alright.
for this movie?
This was 1991.
It was
And back in 1991, 11-year-old Jason really, really liked this movie.
It was an absolute piece of shit.
Oh,
I'm
come
so
on.
jealous. You got to watch Double Impact. I would
Okay,
rather
so
watch that.
Omar, here's what you missed. You missed a bunch of different fight locations. Tell me, Ro, that you didn't like the fact that they had a fight in a racquetball court.
It was so stupid.
Because this was all about these underground fights, and they would arrange for them to happen in really unique situations. Like one of them was in a swimming pool that was emptied except for just one little bit at one end.
Oh, with nasty ass water.
With nasty ass water, and I thought that was a cool setup, right? They didn't all do it in the parking garage. They had a couple of fight scenes that were in the parking garage. Others were in these unique locations that they went to.
I guess.
They're genius locations. Come on. Ro, you liked the music at least, right?
No, it was absolutely horrible.
No. I saw you tweeting about the music. You loved the saxophone.
No, because it reminded me of the 10-hour version of Epic Sax Player.
You're not thinking of it in the right frame of mind. You need to be thinking of it as the 10-hour version of that Tim Capelli song from the beginning of Lost Boys.
No. Well, that Lost Boys was cool. That was
you
a
need
good
to think
movie.
of it as being like a shirtless, oiled-up muscle guy.
That's what I thought of, and I was just like, it was bad. It wasn't good. It didn't help. No.
Yeah, there was a lot of sax, and I miss a lot of sax. Come on.
There was sad. There was like spooky, ominous sax, and then there was like epic sax. And then
there was Silk Stockings wannabe sax.
Yeah, and there was sad sax.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
sad sax.
Very
shit nice.
Of a movie.
Great pun.
Yeah, it's a sad sax.
You don't like saxophone in your music, though?
I do like saxophone, but just only certain movies from the 80s and the 90s can do that.
I really like saxophone in my music. Like Jerry Rafferty's Baker Street is the soundtrack that's always in my brain. It doesn't do anything for you. It doesn't make you feel a certain way.
I like Sergio Flores. I like the saxophone in Careless Whisper.
Okay. So the saxophone does actually kind of put it in a certain time and place. It actually kind of seems like it was earlier than 1991. Like this movie in my mind forever existed in kind of this weird version of 1985. Didn't it seem like looking at the film grain that it was actually older than a 91?
Yes, I was like,
I
didn't know that. When you said 1994, I was like, what? Wait, is it 94, 91? See, I wasn't.
It was 91. Yeah, but I mean, I'll be honest. All JCVD movies reside in 1991 in my mind.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I thought it was like late 80s.
What did you think about Cynthia? Was she a convincing villainess?
She was freaking crazy.
Yeah, that's the whole point. She was a Lady Macbeth character.
She had the crazy jealous.
That guy's a girl?
Okay, so here's how it broke down. Jean Claude Van Damme was in the French Foreign Legion, right? He jumped ship, he swam to Los Angeles because his brother was murdered and he wanted to help support his family. So along the way, he finds out that he can make some money for his brother's widow by fighting in this underground fighting ring, and Cynthia is kind of like his patron. Like he gets this manager who locks onto him, and he goes to Cynthia, and Cynthia's the one who sets him up and gets him his entrance and sets up his fights and contracts for him and helps place all the bets and all that kind of stuff.
So is it because the girl is useless and can't get money on her own?
No. She was the rich bitch. She was the upper crust, the socialite, the one pulling all the strings, the puppet master.
She was a wannabe Bridget Nielsen. She was a wannabe Bridget Nielsen.
But Omar, you're asking about the brother's widow.
Yeah.
Well, she was working in a really low-paying job and living in a tenement.
She didn't know. You don't even know what job she did, or if she even worked. I'm like, does she work? I don't think she works. Didn't she work that job?
No, she worked a job. She was in the factory.
Was she?
Yeah, Jean-Claude was all like, "I want to take you away from here. We do not have to live this life.
Never specified.
I do not go back to that place." He visited her at her job.
Really? I didn't. I must have not been paying as much attention and tweeting.
So you weren't even watching the movie.
I watched
you didn't even give it its due. This is quite upsetting. I got one person who wasn't paying attention. I got one person who watched Double Impact. I got one person who went to some party with his wife. That's Kevin.
Oh. What happens when you pick a shitty McShit movie?
No. You guys missed out on a classic.
No, it's
not a classic of the 1990s.
It's a classic piece of shit.
It's a formative movie in Americans, in America's collective consciousness.
Of shit.
It helped us form who we are as a people.
Yeah, of shit in your bowels.
Oh.
God, it was. I enjoyed my tweeting way more than I should have with how bad this movie was. I was like, man, I could be watching Kickboxer. I could be watching Bolo Young flex his tits. in Bloodsport. No, none of
He's
that.
also in Double Impact.
Yeah. I know he's in Double Impact. I gotta watch that too. I could have watched a drunk, silly Jean Claude Van Damme in Kickboxer when he's dancing and shaking his booty and doing the splits and bouncing on the ground.
That's not Kickbox. That's Kickboxer.
That's Kickboxer. I know.
Okay, so I get it. You didn't like Lionheart, but let's back up. Let's take a 10,000-foot view kind of look at Jean Claude Van Damme. What do you think of him and his body of work?
I thought the fight scenes were crap. So I don't know. It wasn't. It was him.
I mean, overall, not just in this movie. I mean, JCVD movies as a whole. His career.
I think he's had a somewhat successful career, and he's still trying to keep it up there with the Expendables, and I don't know. I think he's. Yeah,
is he a draw at all for you? If you hear that JCVD is in a movie, do you go to see the movie?
Hell no, not anymore.
Okay, so it's a turnoff. It's actually a dissuasion.
Yeah, I watched The Expendables, the first one, and I wanted to like it, and I couldn't like it. It was so boring. It was very boring. Very boring. I know a lot of guys will disagree with me on that.
I actually liked it.
I like action films like that. I just didn't like that film. It did nothing for me. Absolutely nothing.
At least tell me that when you got to the end, the final fight. Every action movie has the final fight that it sets up.
With like big Saudi Arabian, Middle Eastern mutton chop man.
His name is Attila, and he is undefeatable, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me that at least you got excited when the Foreign Legion guys started clapping and the whole crowd started clapping for Jean-Claude. They did the whole rally thing. It was like at the end of Karate Kid 2 where they had the rattles and Mr. Miyagi had the big grin on his face and the whole crowd brought out their rattles.
That happened?
Yeah, when the little drum with the little
I know about Karate Kid 2, but not about Lionheart. I really... God, I don't know.
They all rallied for him because he had heart, man. Because his name is Lionheart, and that's the name of the movie.
Yes.
And the theme behind the movie, the heart
always wins. His name is Leon, that's spelled Lyon, and the black guy, Johnny McDanny guy, or Joshua.
That's racist, bro.
It is racist, but called him Lionheart from that. I thought it was cool that the Legionnaire guys let him go at the end. I was not expecting that.
What about his sudden level up? How he turned around and he was all pissed off that Joshua bet against him.
Yeah, Joshua's an asshole.
He was. But I actually had a question about that, and I'm not sure that you're really a reliable source since you didn't really understand the rest of the movie or pay attention to it or watch it too closely. Do you think that Joshua really bet against him, or did he just say that to get Jean-Claude to lay down?
No, he bet against him. You saw the look of shame in his eyes where he's like, at least, he said like something along the lines as, at least like you still have your pride. They didn't, something like that. And
I think he was trying to get Jean-Claude to not get killed. I think he was worried for his life.
No, I knew he was really worried, but then he was very concerned for him, and also, but I don't think he was faking the funk when Jean-Claude Van Damme saw a look in his eyes when he realized that he bet against him.
Help me make the movie better then, Ro. If you have everything bad to say about it, how do you make the movie better? Let's say that you're given a $20 million budget today, in today's money, which is no small sum, to remake Lionheart. Not a sequel, not a prequel, not a reboot, a straight-up remake, shot for shot.
Mm-hmm.
You can change things in there. You can change plot lines. You can change actors, recast it, the whole gamut. What do you do to make Lionheart a viable movie in your mind?
Well, if anything, I'm totally okay with the plot being similar to very previous JCVD movies. I would have definitely had better choreographed fight scenes that are a little bit longer, more fight scenes for him fighting other people. I think it was and they should have not had it as serious as it was with him. Like, I got to help my family. I mean, they concentrated so much on family, but they didn't really show him being with family. They didn't show him and his brother in the past, perhaps showing how strong they were. And his brother got killed by some random drug dealer that's poured gasoline on him and put him on fire. I thought he was gonna get revenge for his brother. What happened with that? I don't know. Just better. I liked the colorful fighters that he had. Like first the guy with the shirtless with the vest on, showing the dogs.
This kind of sounds like Never Back Down. Like
Almost
the same
exactly
thing,
the
right?
same movie.
Yeah, they're all exactly the same. But I would have liked more colorful fighters because like Scottish guy in a kilt fighting in a kilt. That's cool. I would have liked cool racist stereotype things like that, like like in Kickboxer. No, like in Bloodsport, where you had the monkey guy with a fight style from Africa.
You want a little bit of Street Fighter mixed into your life.
Yeah, that would have been cool. Another Street Fighter movie. That would have been cool. I would like that. But no, I would have. I like the villainess. I appreciate the villainess for her craziness. I was like, oh, this bitch cray. She'd probably cut me. Don't want to cross her.
I liked her. She was extremely attractive. You can tell that I'm into the whole rich bitch thing. Look at who I married. You know how that all worked out.
Yeah, I know you like the blondes, but she didn't. But I thought she was just straight up crazy. She really wanted some of JCVD or some of Lion's Pride. She wanted to be part of Lion's Pride or anything. But
why do you think that he wouldn't sleep with her? I didn't get that. It was like, you don't have any attachments.
Because he was way too concentrated on his family. He was like, I gotta do this for my family.
If we were to remake this movie today, there is absolutely no doubt in my mind that he would bed her at least once.
Oh, absolutely.
He would totally go the Triple X route. He would be all like, "Damn bitches is crazy," and go into the whole bedroom scene, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, pretty much. And I
would have things that I won't do for my country.
And I would think that he would end up also. Wait, hold on. Ice Cream Man is. Hey, can you close the window? Hold on, let me mute myself.
I want ice cream. Go get the ice cream. Is it an actual ice cream truck?
Yeah, we have ice cream trucks that still go around.
That's amazing.
You don't have...
Is it driven by a pedophile?
No, it's driven by a Hispanic guy.
Is it driven by a pedophile?
Could be. Don't know. But I never go to... It's overpriced. I have fudgesicles in the freezer just waiting for me. But no, I thought her henchman would have been fighting too. That would have been cool. How come he didn't fight?
He didn't really have a role in the movie at all, except to kind of nod whenever she wanted to.
Yeah, he was completely useless. Like he's like one of those guys. Like you like a man. He could like probably wreck some fools.
It looked like he had wrecked some fools in the past because his face was kind of beaten up, right? And he was a big beefy dude. Like he was probably one of her fighting studs at one point in time. Mm-hmm. And you could also tell there were a couple of very, very subtle exchanges with Joshua where you could tell that he was also one of her fighters at one point.
Oh yeah, you can easily tell, and he also admitted it later on too.
And he had a limp, so you know that she used him and abused him and hit it and quit it.
Yep. Yes, it's looking at Omar like this is so boring. At least you didn't watch it, Omar. You only could get some of this for like half hour, 45 minutes.
I actually like Jean Claude Van Damme.
You know what?
I do too.
I have faith in Omar that had he watched this movie, he would have some good things to say about it.
No, he would not.
I think that
I'm going to watch it. No.
Meshed so well.
I am going to watch it.
And then
I'll give you more feedback next week.
This was shit. Absolutely.
Ro, I couldn't help but do some recasting in my mind as I was watching it. Were we to make it today, how would you feel about putting The Rock in the lead role?
I could dig that. I could watch... Hell yeah, The Rock. He's hot.
And then, of course, you'd have to put Sam Jackson in that Joshua role because he's black. And he says motherfucker a lot.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
There was that one, 45-second period where Joshua was just dropping that MF bomb all over.
I was like, wow, amazing.
I was like, clearly this is Samuel L. Jackson.
I think it would have been cooler to see a little bit more of him in the Legionnaires. I mean, it was just like, I'm in the Legionnaires. That's it. I'm trying to leave. The guys don't like me. My leaders don't like me, Legionnaires. That's it. It was...
What would you think about For Cynthia in a remake? Throwing J-Law in there.
Who?
Jennifer Lawrence. They have a similar look. Very sleek, very pretty.
Who was similar to Jennifer Lawrence?
Cynthia, the rich bitch.
Crazy
no, I just Googled the picture. No, dude. No. Just no.
You have no opinion, Omar.
No, I just Googled her. I looked at her, and she has nothing on Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah, Jennifer Lawrence. I can't see Jennifer Lawrence as too much of a bad character because she plays cool characters.
All right, but you can at least agree with me that Attila, the guy in the final fight, the opponent, the big Turkish dude, Dave Bautista.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Yeah, coming off of Guardians of the Galaxy, we're very much fans of his.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. So anything else you want to say then in closing? Because this is going to be a very, very short episode because only one person watched other than me.
You should link my Twitter tweety thingy. I'll link it in the chat of my commentary like as I watch the film.
I'm all sour grapes. You know what? The next movie night, which I watched last night while you were watching, supposedly, allegedly, watching Lionheart, you're going to like it. It's going to be the law. I'm putting my foot down. If you don't like it, there will be a punishment.
Well, you said mustache, so it better be fucking Super Troopers. If it's
There's a mustache, and it's not Super Troopers. It's someone whose mustache is so much more legendary than anything Super Troopers could ever do.
Something with
it has to be Tom Selleck.
Tom Selleck or Sam, not Sam.
No, Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris. No, but he's more of a beard.
I don't want to watch it. The only Chuck Norris film I would watch for this podcast is Sidekicks because that shit was corny and has Mako in it, and Mako is awesome. Rest in peace.
You say that as though you have a choice, and challenge accepted. Now I'm going to have to add some Chuck Norris to the list, but it is Tom Selleck that we'll be watching next.
Is the Spiders one? Is it the Spiders one?
It's going to be Mr. Baseball.
No.
No, Mr. Baseball's actually good.
The 3 Men
We'll sign off for tonight. Why don't you go ahead and plug the Twitter account that you were tweeting on?
At ATW9K, and I started tweeting. Hold on, maybe is there like a quick link to the first tweet so they can see the whole entire whatchamadoo? Probably.
There probably is. They can figure that out, but they can also communicate with us. Tell us what movies you want us to see over on Facebook.com/ATW9K. Visit SimplySyndicated.com for some other stuff. Use Trivia129 if you want to sign up for a new domain at GoDaddy. You can get one for £1.29, or that's $1.99 American. All that fun stuff. Okay, short episode, disappointment, crestfallen, tears of a clown, the whole thing.
Please cry.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry, Omar. You're going to be sorry when you watch it and then you come back like, I hate you, Jason.
We'll see everyone next week.
See you.